Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Season 4, Episode 25 of the Classic Wrestling Series. So, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a couple of days ago, and he mentioned that he watched an episode of NXT featuring Asuka and Nikki Cross in the main event, and maybe you should check it out, Pete. So you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. So, from June 28th, 2017... we are watching the NXT episode, and yes, this does feature Asuka versus Nikki Cross in a last woman standing match, and I believe this is for the NXT Women's Championship. So, without any further ado, let's get to our opening contest of the night. We've got Nigel McGuinness on commentary! Yes! That way he was good in my personal opinion and not wrestling. Sorry, I do like him as a wrestler, but fucking good day. But we've got Nigel McGuinness, Percy Watson, and a debuting Marlo Renaro. Oh, the commentary's going to be good. Let's get to it. So we just had the Velveteen Dream taking on Ho Ho Lun in our opening contest for tonight's NXT episode. This wasn't too bad. It was basically just showing how dominant Velveteen Dream can be in his showings. And yeah, this was a good idea to have a Cruiserweight from the Cruiserweight Classic, the inaugural one, basically going in and just being like, yeah, we just want to make him look good. He did get a bit of offense in, but it was a kick and then the elbow gets the win for Velveteen Dream. I like Velveteen Dream. I think he's good. It was just a bit awkward, unfortunately, but at the same time, he is a good wrestler. At this time, they were just giving him short, quick matches just to show how impressive he could be. So again, we have our main event, which is going to be the longest match of the night, I think. And we have Asuka in a car talking about the match, and then Nikki Cross just jumps on the hood and just starts hitting the windscreen. Fucking brilliant. I fucking love it. So let's get to our next matchup and our next promo, shall we? So, our next matchup is going to be Oni Lorcan taking on Hideo Itami. Now, for people who weren't watching a couple of weeks ago, Hideo Itami basically hit 3 GTSs on Oni Lorcan to basically show just how much he wants to go for the NXT Championship. It would be built up a little bit. And we're having a rematch for that. So, it's kind of nice to see that Oni, took a few weeks off just to recover from the GTS to then come back to face Hideo Itami to get a little bit of revenge. We'll see that match in just a moment. But we have got the original king of WWE, aka William Regal. I love Regal, I think he's awesome. With the Authors of Pain and Heavy Machinery. And in 2 weeks' time from this show, it will be Heavy Machinery versus the Authors of Pain for the NXT Tag Team Championships. And basically, Paul Owen was like, well, what Jurassic cartoon did you get them from? And Regal was just like, well, they are a bit strange, but they're formidable opponents, and you guys better be prepared for it. I love Regal in NXT. Fucking best. So, let's get to the Oni Lorcan versus Hideo Itami match. I was looking forward to this one. I think this would have been a really good match, but unfortunately, Oni just hits him in the nose with an elbow just at the start of the match, and unfortunately breaks Itami's nose, unfortunately. So he does get a tad bit of revenge, but not the way he wanted in an actual pinfall victory over Hideo Itami. But I think we would see this match actually happen. I'm not entirely sure. I am going to have to do a little bit of research into it. But Oni really was looking forward to the match. And again, it's just a straight elbow. And there wasn't any fake blood. This was real blood. He did get his nose busted. So it was just one of those situations that is unfortunate. But the feud carries on. It does add to it. It is one of those situations. So, oh, shit. Next week, the week after this show, Roderick Strong versus Bobby Roode for the NXT title. Didn't even know that match existed, to be honest with you. Holy shit, gotta find that episode. So, we'll see what is coming up next. So, we've just had a promo package for Roderick Strong's title match coming up next week against Bobby Roode. And it was really well done. I do like Triple H's way of doing promos, building promos up for NXT. I enjoy it. I think it was really good. Do I think, involving his fiancé and his son? That's personal taste, in my opinion, but it was tastefully done. And yes, there are agreements with both Robert Roode and the Strong family and stuff like that, but it's one of those. It was more the character of Roderick Strong than the actual things that he went through. He did explain some of the things he's gone through with his personal life and things like that, but not to a extreme extent, in my personal opinion. But, oh my god, wait, what? Tommy Hideo's coming out again. Oh, we're getting a deal with Tommy and Oney Lorcan. Oh, okay. Oh, Oney Lorcan's come out. We're actually getting the match. Okay, give me 2 minutes. So we did get the Oney Lorcan versus Hideo Itami match. This was a hard-hitting match. It was actually entertaining. Oney tweaks the knee again, but they do finish off the match with a GTS, and that's how Hideo Itami wins. Then he calls out Cassius Ohno. Okay, this will be interesting, but as soon as that happens, Nikki Cross comes out to basically comes out and says, you know, basically paternity to attack both Cassius Ohno and Hideo Itami, and I believe now they're going to be challenging the NXT Tag Team titles, I think, or whatever. I don't know. Alexander Wolf is talking. Alexander Wolf and Big Damo are now in Progress. I think they were the Progress Tag Team Champions at one point, I believe. So yeah. Sanity. Sanity's interesting. I do like Sanity. I think they were a really good fit, especially with Eric Young. It was good. So yeah, let's carry on with this. So yeah, it was basically just to say that they want to go for the titles and get ready for, and basically get Nikki Cross fired up for her women's title match, which is coming up now. So the main event, NXT was only 3 matches, so that's a good thing for me. So let's get ready. It is Asuka versus Nikki Cross for the NXT Women's Championship in a last woman standing match. Let's get to it. So, we just had Asuka versus Nikki Cross in the last woman standing match. This was entertaining. Like, this was a fun little matchup. Yes, there was chairs involved, trash can, and yeah, it was just a nice little brawl. And the ending with the superplex off a ladder through the announce table really did end the match, and Asuka retains her belt. Yes, this was during her reign as NXT Women's Champion, and she did retire and go to the main roster undefeated in NXT. So yeah, this was a really fun matchup. It was a great little way to have Nikki Cross win the belt. You know, she was challenging for the belt near enough a couple of times, so to cap off the feud, this was a great way to do it. So a little bit of a shorter episode than normal. I don't like doing the NXT shows and the SmackDowns and Raws and stuff like that, but I didn't have time today. I have been very busy, so I had to put something together very quickly and remembered that my friend mentioned the NXT show. So I will have a link to that show in the description below if you want to check it out. If you want to check out the most recent episode of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, it'll be right there. The Fails episode will be down below it, and there'll be a random video right there. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you on Saturday for WrestlePalooza. Yes, I will be doing a lot of like catch up with the channel and stuff like that at WrestlePalooza's show. I'm really busy today. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining me. TTFN, ta-ta for now.